Welcome back, everybody. I'm Rambo Brambo 42. In last episode, I promised you all that I'm gonna go clap some cheeks and clip some wings over in the end. You know, this time without dying. And that's what I'm gonna do. So right away, let's get going. Alright, take two. Just remember, no looking Endermen in their eyes, and also don't blow up an end crystal next to myself. Future Rambo here. Right after that first fight with the Ender Dragon, I decided it was time to get the beacon, and I honestly didn't feel like fighting the Wither the right way, so I cheesed it. Unfortunately, I lost that footage, so here I am kind of walking you through what I did and how I did it. Just simply dug my way underneath 3 blocks deep, like so. I made it all the way underneath the portal so I could set out where the center was. Set some obsidian down so the soul sand would be at the correct height. And then on top of that, once we summon him like so, well, I don't want to do that just yet, it's going to get loud. Once you do summon him, he's going to stand right up in the very center, and because his head is going to be in the bedrock, he's going to suffocate. While he's suffocating, you know, you can choose to hit him yourself, or you can just let him do his own deal. Now, the one thing that I do recommend is having either an axe or a sword without knockback. The issue you may have is that with knockback, you may pop him off the obsidian and he may go flying off into the end. So I brought along a special axe, like so, with sharpness. Now, it can have smite on it, it would do more damage to it, but honestly, it kind of really doesn't matter. I mean, what's fighting a Wither for maybe 5-10 minutes the normal way versus doing this in 1 to 2 minutes, right? You're going to save time no matter what. So if we spawn him in, and I think my volume's going to be low enough. We'll find out. People who wear headphones, beware. So he's going to explode here, and he's going to start taking his damage. Yeah, we're going to turn that down. Let's see. We need to go to options, music sound, hostile mobs. Nope. we'll just do master. That will be better for you all. And back. So as you can see, he's losing health faster than he can gain it. So let's just speed this up and just take a couple of pot shots at him. He can't hurt me. And it's pretty much how you cheese the wither. Now I think there are a few other things you can do. Like put these guys inside of the oh wow, the words are escaping my mind. The little portal thingies that you get for killing the end dragon. You can put them in there as well, but I think mainly you do that for Wither Rose Farm, which we will be doing here eventually. Oh, hey, got a skull. Awesome. And you may be wondering why I ended up getting a Wither Skull, or Armored Invulnerable Wither's Head. I ended up looking up some more vanilla tweak mods, and I decided to go get the mini head mod. And, you know, I think that's a good fit for our world. Just adds a little bit of extra character to it. But with that said, that's pretty much how I ended up cheesing the wither and got a few beacons to my name. Alright, see you soon. So how's that Rocky movie quote go? Yo, Adrian and I did it. That's right. We killed the Ender Dragon, got the egg, and got the Nether Star. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, Rambo, the dragon's not that hard. Remember, Bedrock player. Remember, this is on hard. And also, my mouse and keyboard messed up, and I maintained that. And I'm using that excuse, I promise you. But anyways, I'm the world champ now, so... let's go and get this beacon made and put this dragon egg set to the side someplace where we can display it. And let's get going on with the Ender Farm, alright? Alright. But before we head back into the end, I got one little mini farm I want to take care of over here in the main base. Now you may be wondering why I have put this off for so long. Well, to be honest, I was surrounded by woods. I got a dark oak forest there, birch forest, more plains spawning into a regular forest, and some more dark woods over there that I pretty much have decimated already. Deforestation's becoming a problem on this seed. Anyways, and the other issue I was running into is, as I'm expanding out the white concrete on the floor of this entire build, I'm not going to have any places to build this. Well, plant saplings in and have them grow naturally. So, it's time. And the concept of this farm is pretty simple. We're going to have three hoppers circling around this 2x2 platform of grass. That's where your trees go. They're all going to funnel into two sets of hoppers that are going to go right here. And that's going to go right into a chest. That's pretty much where you're going to keep your bone meal, saplings, anything that you need. Some stairs to go up here. We're going to trim it with some nice blocks. That way it stands out of my floor that's coming around. Then we are going to have a glass elevator with soul sand and some a magma block. Oh, words are hard, right? So what we're going to do originally is just plant the 2x2 saplings. It's going to grow up. We know roughly how high we need to make this. We're going to build the elevator going all the way up, set a platform above it so we can just drop right onto the top. We're going to mine our way down, and we're going to rinse and repeat. It's a fairly simple build, and honestly, you guys should probably give it a try if you don't have anything more advanced. Alright, let's get building. But first, before we get started on that, we need to do a little bit of remodeling. So this guy has been stuck in here since day one, and I'm going to make him a deal. If he can do a Houdini and escape this house as it burns up, he's free. Whoops. Simple enough, right? Oh, actually there's two of them. I'm sure between the two of them they'll get out. Oh, this is actually a little cruel. Wait, do they have wooden floors? Oh yeah, these guys are screwed. Well, how about that? He actually lived. I guess that deserves his freedom, right? Just bust that for him. Chop down the door. Alright, man, you're free. Let's go. Alright, so I am going to chop this all down, get that cleared away, and we can get going. told you all it was going to be a pretty simple farm. And once you honestly get into the groove of it, it goes by pretty quick. Some things that I noted, I totally forgot. One, if I put these slabs there, you can see some of the hoppers, so I swapped those out with some stairs. It's just as good. Not going to complain there. I ended up doubling up on this glass. I remember when using this farm, I always got shot with, not creepers, but skeletons. And, you know, just by having the extra layer of glass there, you're not going to get shot at all. Theoretically, you go even higher with it, but there's not really any high ground, or I should say high ground that will be here later down the road that I need to worry about, that they can hit me from. The carpet that I had around here, the tree wasn't spawning, and I shouldn't say spawning, growing. I did about 20 bone meal on one corner, tried the other corner, did another 20, nothing. As soon as I removed all the carpet, it spawned. So what I'm going to do is just put these end rods here, that way these hoppers will lit up. I can't remember if mobs can spawn on the hoppers or not, but it takes care, it's going to illuminate it, it's going to look good. I'm not complaining. If we go up here, I'm probably going to be changing out the solid white glass and making it look pretty. I just wanted to get something up there for now. We got the soul sand, magma cube, your up and down paths. You really shouldn't have to do the down one, but it's this there for aesthetic reasons, or symmetry reasons, I should say. If we go up, I ended up going a little bit higher than what the original tree was, just in case we had a low roll on the height of the tree. If it was the highest it could possibly be, well, that's okay. I think jungle trees are a little bit higher than spruce. And then on top of that, I mean, even if it was, and I have to take a little bit of a jump there to get down there, I got feather falling on the boots. It's not going to really matter that much. I also trimmed out the... Oh, it's getting dark. Hold on. Gotta sleep. There we go. I ended up trimming out the ends of the farm here with the stained glass. Honestly, I think it looks nice. Sometimes I'll pop off a side when I have my elytra, and I can use this as a quick, hey, I need to get there, so I'm going to go glide, not have to use a rocket. But once we have a creeper farm and a rocket farm going, it won't matter. Something else that I want to do, I want to go ahead and put a bed, ender chest, and then also we will do a crafting table. And no, this isn't going to be the final spots for him. Turns out I'm a pretty vain Minecraft builder. It took me all but 5 minutes after completing it to decide that just being all one color of glass going straight up was just ugly as sin. But with that said, I ended up swapping out the corners for some gray concrete. And then if you look in that center, there's a highlight of the purple accent color with end rods in front of it, giving that lighting effect. And then on the side here, I got some glass panes of the purple variety going up, just to give a little bit of that depth to it. I had originally all the solid glass blocks. I hate when everything's a flat surface. I also took the liberty of going ahead and filling up this chest. If we look in here, we have all of our bone blocks, and that's just a drop in the bucket of what we've been getting from that poppy farm. Well, I should say the iron farm. And then I also decided to make a special not pickaxe, but a axe for this. Efficiency 5, unbreaking with fortune. You know, the best you can get for what you need on this. So I lined out all the saplings, so whenever they fall into the hoppers, it will automatically be organized. If I zoom in here, you're going to see that I put some end rods there in that little hole. You know, it's just one of those things that you can still fit through that gap right there just fine and land on top of the tree. But if you don't want to fall off and you accidentally go a little bit close to the edge, they'll catch you. I ended up pushing back the end rods one more corner, just leaving this entire surrounding around the tree emptied. I was still having a little bit of issues with the tree spawning by itself, or growing up by itself, I should say. But once I took care of that, this farm is going full tilt now. So, with that said, let's go to the end. I think we should check out some of those little end portals you get for killing the Ender Dragon. Now that we've killed the Ender Dragon twice now, we have a few options of going through into different areas into the end. And I am a fan of end rods. I think they are the best light source in my personal opinion. Close second is going to be the sea lanterns, of course. But with that said, I need some. And earlier I ended up going up here and, well, going into this area. And we lucked out. So if we pop through here, as you can see, as soon as we pop through that portal, we are lucky. We ended up right in front of a massive end city. And if I zoom in, can I see it? I've already been through here, collected some of these, whatever they're called, just to try to get some of the coarse fruit. That way I can smelt them down, add them to end crystals to get the end rods. But in doing so, I ended up finding that there was another portal right there. So I don't know exactly how these things work, if there's one specific to each of the ones you can potentially get in the main area where you fight the dragon, or if this is just a randomly generated one that will get you back to one of the ones in there. I'll probably end up testing this by killing the end dragon the max number of times just to kind of map out where those portals shoot me out at. If none of them link up to this one, I think I'm going to turn this one into the Wither Rose farm. It's, I mean, heck, it's like 20 blocks away from this one. The other one's 20 blocks away from the main portal in the other realm, or the other part of the end. I can't really ask for more, can I? But with that said, I need shulker shells. And, well, let's go ahead and raid this. I'll bring you guys back as soon as I get some action going on, okay? Alright. Alright. Well, it looks like we're right across from it. If I keep going, I can bust right through that wall. There should be a shulker right in there, and I think there's two at the end. Now, I got a question for you all. People put flame or fire aspect on their bow and sword. I hate that, to be honest. And the reason why is just, well, when you're in the end doing this and these things are on fire, it seems like they teleport every which way. Same thing about Endermen. Once they catch fire, you can never see them again until they're all, doused or whatever. But they always come back when you least expect it. So I kind of opt out of having fire aspect on my sword. And truth be told, the only time I really have it is if I have an automatic, well, not automatic, but a cow farm. That way when I do kill a cow, it's automatically cooked. And poke my... No. Save me. Well, that happened. At least I only had 5 shulker shells on me. Oh, I'm laughing because it hurts. I'm gonna cry otherwise. Yeah, and there goes my phone. Oh, great. Alright, well, I'm gonna go get my stuff. Well, not that that stuff's gone forever, isn't it? I'm gonna go get some new stuff, and I'll bring you back to that boat. Alright, here we go. And 45 minutes later, I am back to the scene of the crime. I can't believe I just walked off without looking at it. I just assumed there was a block. Oh, but if there was a way to go, I guess that would be the way to go in the end. I just wish that ender pearl I threw would have came in clutch. But yeah, the 45 minutes, and I did a bunch of villager trading and got my stuff back. I managed to get a lot of levels, and you'll find out here soon how I managed to do that. But before I show you, I just wanted to show you guys, well, get it on camera at least, of me grabbing my first elytra of this LP. Oh, and there it goes. Oh man, I should have known better. There you go. And I'll put one there. Now, as soon as we walk to my right, we should see our first elytra along with a shulker. I'm going to go and kill it with my non-flaming bow and sword. That way it doesn't go. And hopefully we make quick work of this. Block that. Oop. Oh no. There we go. Alright. Pop that off. And what we got? Curse. Oh, we can de-enchant that. That's actually a pretty decent pair. Alright, well that was the first one. That's exciting, right? Pop the end rod. believe I need to bust through here, get that dragon head. And I think that would be about it for the ship. Oh, I looked up, I didn't see it. I'm like, that's bull crap after everything I just been through. Let's see, pop this off. Don't fall into the void. And there we go. Go and pop that on. There we are. First dragon head of the season. And we'll maybe make a wall or a monument of all these things. That could be cool. But like I mentioned earlier, I managed to gather a lot of levels really quick, and I'd like to show you how. So here we go. Are you looking at it? I mean, just look at it. I know I'm looking at it. Go on, trust me. It's all right. It's safe. I promise. Watch this. Yep, all this eye contact. Yeah, you're all getting mad, but it doesn't matter. Now, I'm going to look down, and it's going to be a little bit scary because these guys are going to be teleporting. But they can't even touch me. I got a water elevator, so they're going to be killing themselves. Now, if I go down here, a little water tunnel. See? Can't touch this. Get that MC Hammer music going on. I purposely kept everything too high, so even if I did, like, catch an eye of an Enderman, they wouldn't be able to teleport into here. So, safe as can be. Now, if I truly wanted to make this able for them not to teleport anywhere, all I would do is just put another layer of carpet. I told you I was going to be handling this problem, didn't I? I mean, just look at them. They're falling over with joy. Just, it's a wonderful sight, right? Now, you want to see him fall some more? Watch this. Bam! Bye-bye. Oh, I love this farm. It is so awesome. If I flick that back, the floor will go back. Now, they're dropping over 43 blocks down. They're now at a 1 hit. This is amazing. With this farm, I am now able to get to level 30 from 0 in under a minute. It really is insane. And the basic rule of thumb with an Enderman farm is the lower you go, the more efficient it is. So if you take a look on the top left of my screen, you're going to see y equals 5. That water tunnel dropped me all the way to 5. Now you can make other Enderman farms that will be at either y1 or 5 or whatever you want it to be, and you can keep them this level, and it will increase the spawn rates to a certain extent. But it's one of those things. The trade-off with my farm is they're one-hit kills. I'm not going to have to constantly be swinging over and over at full health Endermen. So I think this is probably by far the best farm for my use, at least. Now, the other thing that you'll see with Enderman farms is they'll have some redstone going through the bottom. And typically it's hoppers attached to some type of storage system, attached to a couple droppers that will shoot these ender pearls off into the void. That's all fine and dandy, but the thing is, once you start getting this low to the end, kind of makes doing those a little hard. Plus, I mean, honestly, with looting, just go through here, crouch so you don't go in there, and pick up all the ender pearls. You're going to have a chest full, or not chest, an inventory full of ender pearls just like that. And truth be told, I mean, even back in the day when you had didn't have elytra, you could go through a lot of ender pearls. Like, that was your main mode of transportation. Now you have elytra, so these things are rendered obsolete practically. Now, I wouldn't say completely though. It's when you're building farms, especially in its tight quarters, you need to get around quicker without scaffolding. These are my item of choice for transportation. And we're going to go ahead and flip them back. There we go. It got a lot quieter, didn't it? And the shut up switch. I should name it that. The other thing I like doing with my ender farm, or the ender, is putting my enchantment station right next to it. And it's just another quality of life thing. A lot of people, I never understood why they just had one enchantment set up in their overworld, and they would come here, get all their levels, and run all the way back. Just stick it right next to this thing. Put some glass over it. You don't have to worry about anything. Put a grindstone, an anvil, ender chest. I typically will put a chest on the floor that has some more books or items to get books with. Iron to make more anvils. So you're self-efficient here, self-sustaining. And this is pretty much how it's going to be for my main source of XP and enchanting, especially until I get the Guardian farm. So I am happy with this farm and the way it turned out. Oh, and if you're wondering why I have these here, it's to prevent me from walking through. And if I put this back, ignore the noise. If you get too close to these guys, and of course if you look at them, they can hit you a little bit, but by keeping this like this, you can't get close to them, but you can still hit them all. So if you ever make this farm, that's something to look into. One last thing that you may want to know about this farm is the distance it takes away from the mainland. That way you have the best spawning. A general rule of thumb, I know on Bedrock I would typically just wait until it was you couldn't see anything in the background, everything was despawned. If I go up here, so all in all, I think I went, it was either 148 blocks total. This should be about 140, and I did an extra 20 going to this farm there, and that's 168 blocks. So if I do zoom, there we go, you can start seeing that there are so few mobs spawning there. Everything is concentrated here. And the farther away, that guy's going to spawn. He goes into the mob cap here, and bam, you have the most efficient farm possible. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention this. Right there, minecart. Got an endermite named Steve in there. And Steve is helping us a lot. Had to throw a couple ender pearls. And if you're going to die in this farm, honestly, this is how you're going to die. I had so much trouble getting Steve into that minecart. And once you throw it, they all become angry. It's almost beneficial just to, before you make that platform, get Steve in there. Or the endermite, whatever you want to call him. But with that said, that is the Ender in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoy it. But with that said, I think that is going to round out the episode today. So if you liked, enjoyed, or really got anything out of this episode, please like, subscribe. Every little bit helps. Now on the next episode, I think I got a good surprise for you all. I think I am going to go ahead and make that general mob farm. And I know I've been putting it off, but an idea came to mind, and honestly, this thing is going to make it 20 degrees cooler than all the rest. I hope you all get that reference later. Alright, with that said, have a good day. Bye.